Hey there, what the fuck is up? What's up, divine feminines? I'm so stoked to have you here. If you're new to my channel, welcome to Zen in the Void, and if you are returning, welcome. What's up? You already know what's going on, so you know, honey, like I always say, let's just hop right into the reading. Welcome. If you need anything, any type of guidance, any bookings, any personal readings, that information will be in the description box. Please like, share, subscribe. Stay a while, honey. Nobody's rushing you to go. Stay as long as you want. So yeah, just to let you all know, I was shuffling just to kind of shuffle the deck, praying and just kind of like making the space sacred for our reading tonight. And 3 cards came out on their own, so I'm going to tell you what those are first, and then I'm going to clarify a couple cards that I think need clarifying. Is that good? Okay, I thought so. So anyways, honey, yeah, let's get into it. Yeah, so these are for the divine. This reading is for the divine feminines on their twin flame journey. So if you feel like you're a divine feminine who is on a twin flame journey, or if you're just a divine feminine, this may resonate for you. So first of all, we have the Princess of Disc that came out, or the Princess of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, all the same thing, honey, all the same. So you know, it's kind of like directly kind of spilling over from our last reading from last Monday, but it looks like the divine feminines, you guys have definitely taken your page of pentacles, your fresh new pinnacle, your fresh new kind of space. I compare a lot of things. I'm an earth sign, so I compare a lot of things to the earth and to nature. So you got your new, it's like, picture a new soil. It's fertile, it's fresh, it's ready for you to plant seeds. It's kind of what the Page of Pentacles means to me. So it looks like you have that desire, ambition, and diligence to go ahead and plant your seeds for something brand new, and something that is like definitely for you, that's going to bring you a lot of abundance. So it looks like you're definitely focused on that, which is beautiful. So good for you, divine feminines. Right after that, we have the pie. Honey, some pie sound good, but anyways, the 5 of Cups. So you're still dealing with those emotions of loss, grief, self-pity. Sometimes that takes a while to kind of get through, to kind of get over. It just doesn't happen overnight, so that's completely understandable. So a lot of you guys are still dealing with the loss, grief, and self-pity of whatever you let go of, and that's one of the cards I think I'm gonna clarify for you guys. After that, we got the King of Swords, and that's still regarding that head over heart decision that was made, that discipline and that truth. Like, you saw truth that caused you to, you know, not be able to ignore it, to establish a little bit more discipline in your life, honey. And yeah, it looks like you're still kind of in that energy. So I kind of think I want to go ahead and clarify the 5 of Cups first. So I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. You know, you lost something and you're grieving, so it makes sense. I was going to clarify like what was lost, but I kind of more so want to know the energy of this King of Swords, this head over heart decision, this discipline, this truth. What was I just kind of want to know what that decision was around. So Spirit, if you can go ahead and tell us. Okay, we got 2 cards that just kind of flew out already. They were in the reverse. The princess. Oh Lord, I'm so tongue-tied, guys. I can't deal with myself today. But anyway, we got the Princess of Cups, or maybe I think it's like the Page of Cups. Yeah, it's the Thoth deck. It's different than the classic. So yeah, I'm gonna look for the card for that. Definitely. We got the, like I said, the Princess of Cups, and we have the Ace of Swords out. So let's see. Yeah, I was right, the Page of Cups. I know this, but sometimes, guys, it slips my mind, so forgive me. You know what I'm saying? Shit happens. We all, you know, everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Well, let me chill for my shit gets taken down, but I'm seeing it. It's a cover, you know? Ace of Swords. And both of these cards are in the reverse, so I feel like Spirit is really about to tell us something that we, you know, need to know. So let's see. So the head over heart decision, the discipline, the truth, it's clarified by you know, this emotional immaturity, insecurity, and disappointment, and also confusion, brutality, and chaos. So, you know, whatever it is that you saw about yourself, I feel like Spirit kind of showed you some things about yourself and about your path, and kind of showing you what's really happening with yourself on your path, so that you can move forward with more clarity and truth, so you can gain further self-discipline, which makes perfect sense, because if you're in a twin flame journey, that means that you're preparing yourself to come into union with a soul that is exactly the mirror of your soul. You're preparing yourself for true love, for a relationship that's not just any relationship that's true love. It's spiritual. It's that kind of relationship that is literally like this like breath of fresh air. All other relationships will be looking at y'all like, damn, like it's the power couple tied into spirituality. So that's what's so beautiful about the twin flame journey, and you're preparing yourself for that. I just saw 555, and I've been catching that quite a lot today. And the 5 of Cups, like it's the only 5 that's out. So 5 is just a big number, and of course 1. So, you know, fresh start, big changes. And like I said, feminines, you could have let go recently of a lot of emotional immaturity. You could have been very mature when it comes to immature rather, sorry, when it comes to your emotions. Maybe you liked to, like, you know, you were just kind of like, you know how it is. Y'all know how we are when we're immature about our emotions. We're in that lower vibrational space, and we're just feeling things like, you know what, I'm mad, like I'm gonna be mad, and I want him to call me and you know, check up on me, and I'm gonna ignore him and have him call me a meantime. You know, that's just an example, but that's an example of emotional like immaturity, or not. You know, you guys know, you know, I don't have to prep you about everything. You know, you're smart, you're very intelligent. But anyways, you were very insecure. You know, you were disappointed in something that you lost, or the you losing parts of your lower vibrational or older, less evolved self, you know, that disappointed you. Maybe you were disappointed in yourself for realizing you were so emotionally immature, which I can definitely relate to, and so many of us can relate to that, honey. Once we learn something about ourselves and we can admit, like, damn, I do that, it's disappointing. Like for me, I used to have this big problem where I would cut people off so much when we're having a conversation, and I'm just very passionate. And on some ego shit, I would like to talk about myself quite a lot. So I would interrupt other people, or just, you know, I had to learn, you know, respect when it comes to like communication and like having, you know, communication. So, you know, that was something I was disappointed in myself about. But, you know, you see it, you change it. So there was like, yeah, that you were insecure, emotionally immature, and that disappointed you, maybe in yourself, or others are maybe disappointed in you. There were lots of confusion, brutality, and chaos in your life because of these things. You had to let that stuff go. So, you know, that's just kind of how it goes. You're on a new path. You're ready to, you know, take your Page of Pentacles and really see things into this new earth, you know. And it's so crazy that as I was saying that, the Queen of Pentacles jumped right out, because it seems like, you know, you started off in that page, that princess, that page energy with the pentacles, that fresh, you know, garden where you're just seeding, you're just now seeing all the opportunities and all the things. But then the Queen came right out like, honey, y'all done leveled up in less than a week. Or, you know, this is somebody's story, but, you know, you definitely have leveled up. You know, you're being a lot more practical. You know, you're paying attention to your creature comforts, your financial security. So it seems like a lot of divine feminines out there are worried about their coin, honey. You guys are really paying attention to your financial security. You're trying to make sure you are secure in your finances so that you don't rely on anyone. And let me just say, honey, that energy is magnifico. Magnifico. I think I said that right. Magnifico. Anyways, honey. Oof, y'all, I'm silly. Y'all gonna see. But anyways, yeah, y'all are like trying to be secure within yourselves, and that is beautiful. You do not want to, you know, put yourself in a space where someone could possibly take advantage of you, or where, you know, someone's gonna feel like they're supporting you completely. Like, you know, y'all got the bag, y'all got the coin, and y'all are like, look, honey, I'm coming out of that other energy, getting out of my head, getting out of my emotions, and I'm trying to come into this Queen of Pentacles energy. You see her? She's chilling. She's laid back with her pentacle. She's like, you see this big ass bag, honey? You see this big ass? I'm just kidding. You see this big wagon? I'm just kidding. But you see this bag, honey? This bag is huge, and I got it all by myself. So Look at y'all coming right up. Y'all like, let me put my energy on something that's a little bit more important. I fucks with it. We got the death card at the bottom of the deck. So you guys are definitely going through that transition, which is beautiful. Good for you. Wow, we got the Knight of Swords that just popped right on out. You guys are taking your time, your thoughts. You're just trying to get in your thoughts, make sure your thoughts not only are clear, but you're trying to make sure that you're acting upon your thoughts, that you're having the more conducive thoughts and you're applying them to your life. You're trying to, you know, let your thoughts become action. You're trying to materialize, you know, what's in your mind for yourself that you want. The Knight of Cups, the Knight of Swords is about action, impulsiveness, and defending your beliefs. So you're definitely feeling a little bit impulsive. You know, try to, you know, the Knight usually takes it slow. You know, it's a little bit more methodical in their approach. It's a Knight, so you got to be methodical. You know, you're a Knight when you're in that energy. So even though you feel impulsive, like you feel like it's something you need to do, Spirit wants you to know to slow down and really think that through. Even though you're trying to be about that action, you're just trying to take action and do things, you know, slow down and think about it. You're defending your beliefs. So it's something going on in your life and you're just like, look, this is my life. This is what I've grown to know and what I learned. So whatever it is that you've learned on your journey, you're like, honey, nobody can tell me different. Nobody can take me, take what I've learned away from me. So that's a beautiful thing, you know. You've learned important lessons. And then you got Justice that came out in the reverse though. So that's about dishonesty, you know, unaccountability and unfairness. So something in someone's life, you're feeling like something's unfair, you know. Maybe someone's not taking accountability for their actions. They're being dishonest. So I feel the need to clarify that. So let's go ahead and clarify that Justice card in reverse, Spirit. Why is the Justice card in reverse here? You know, who's being dishonest? Who's not having accountability? Who's being unfair? Lots of things are like trying to like flip over, but I want them to like fly out, you know? See, Spirit. Why is this card here? Why is the Justice card in reverse here? Jesus. Okay. Spirit is like clarifying everything with like 2 cards. Oh, 3 cards. So, you know, it's a little story. So, yeah, this Justice card in reverse, this dishonesty, this you know, not taking accountability and being unfair, like that's clarified by the 7 of Pentacles. So that failure, and I believe you all got that last time. So let's see what's happening here. 4 of Wands in reverse. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm feeling very serious in your energy, by the way. Before I started, I just saw 1313. So lots of death and rebirth going on. 13 is a highly feminine number. And then we got the Empress, which is beautiful. Love to see the Empress coming out, and especially in the spread for the Divine Feminines, because that means y'all in y'all energy, honey. You in that Divine Feminine bag, honey. Getting that Divine Feminine spiritual coin. Taking care of yourself. Okay, so the unfairness, the dishonesty, the unaccountability. Yeah, so there was some hard work going on, some perseverance, diligence. Someone was working very hard and they were diligent. They were not stopping. They were unwavering in their hard work that they were putting in. But as well, you got the 4 of Wands in reverse. So that's lack of support, transience, and home conflict. So you didn't have support. You are working hard towards maybe the relationship, because this is Divine Feminines. So the divine readings are because of the twin flame journey. So maybe you were working hard towards this relationship. You were putting in lots of work. You persevered. You were diligent. And you didn't have any support. You know, maybe people around you, or perhaps your divine masculine, your actual twin flame, did not support you. there was lots of changes. Everything was just ever changing. Nothing was ever grounded and, you know, stable. Maybe you didn't have support or loyalty. And there were lots of conflicts on the home front, maybe for you or for your divine masculine, maybe for you both. But, you know, I'm feeling like, you know, that's why you're in this energy. Someone was unfair to you. I see what's going on now. Someone was dishonest to you. Someone was not taking accountability with you. Someone was unfair to you. They were not supporting you, you know, and you were putting in all this hard work towards this relationship. So I'm seeing what's going on now. That's why you lost it. You lost the relationship. You were grieving and you were having this feeling of disappointment and self-pity towards this relationship, because you felt like, damn, like I put in all this effort, all this energy, and not only did nothing come out of it, you know, like I'm feeling, you know, you guys are feeling like not supported, you know, like no loyalty, no support, only transience, only change, you know, home conflicts. So you decided to come more into this the Empress energy, that motherhood, fertility, nature, that natural, like you went into your element kind of. That's what divine feminines do. That's what they do. They nurture themselves. They get into nature. They breathe, meditate. We, you know, ground ourselves and we listen to our inner selves and say, you know what do I need as a divine feminine? Like, what is my heart needing? Do I need healing? Do I need to focus on my health? Do I need to focus on my career? And it looks like you guys are definitely focusing on your career with this Queen of Pentacles that popped out. Beautiful. Loving it. All right, so any more cards, Spirit? Anything else for the divine feminines? We got at least 10 and 15 more minutes, so let's see. Anything else for the divine feminine, Spirit? Anything else? Oh. All right, so we got the Six of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands in reverse. How much the Six of Pentacles come out, you would think that I would know this by heart by now, but you guys are going to learn about me because I have a chronic disease. My brain isn't as crisp as it usually is, sadly. So it's due to health problems. It's not because I'm not studying or I'm not serious about this craft, because I really am. Just wanted to share that with you so you guys can learn about me. This is our community. This is a safe space. I feel like I can express these things to you guys. All right. So right now, the divine feminines, it looks like you're mirroring the divine masculine. So that's a beautiful thing. That means that when you two are mirroring each other, that means that you are definitely in a flow. You're on the same frequency. You're matching each other. So, you know, possibly there is a union, like, in store. Who knows? Tomorrow's Twin Flame Tuesday, so we'll find out tomorrow. Last week I recorded such a great twin flame video. It was so dope, but it got deleted, so I'm not going to get into that because it pissed me off. But it's okay, because we're just going to start fresh tomorrow. Same creativity, same energy. It's going to be amazing. But that whole reading was pretty much about focusing on yourself. Because how are you going to be prepared to come into union with another person if you're just, you know, just worried about them in union and you're not worried about yourself? So that's what the whole reading was about. Anyways, you're mirroring the divine masculine. You're mirroring your twin flame, honey, your man, your woman, whomever it is. It's not about gender. But you're feeling very charitable and generous, and you want to share maybe all these new feelings. You're feeling very grounded. There's so much grounded energy, lots of major arcana, lots of you know, fire element, passion, action. So you're feeling very charitable with this new energy, this grounded energy that you have. It seems like the divine masculines were more in like a fire element, where they're just ready to pursue their passions, and they were also feeling generous. So you're feeling grounded and feeling generous. So that together is like perfection, harmony. But anyways, aside from that, yeah, the Seven of Wands in reverse is about giving up, destroyed confidence, and feeling overwhelmed. So maybe you guys are teetering on that kind of emotion of extremes, where you're feeling pretty grounded, charitable, you know, you want to share, you're feeling good, you're feeling great, but then you want to give up on this connection. Your confidence is destroyed because this person did not support the relationship before. They did not, you know, support it. They didn't put in any work. There was no accountability. You know, maybe someone was deceiving maybe wearing a mask, not being them true selves. They weren't being fair to you. Maybe they didn't give you what you tried to give them in return. And these are all, if you think about it, these are all lessons. All this stuff happens for a reason. This is a twin flame journey. Nothing is a coincidence. Everything that happens for a reason. So whatever happened was probably for the best. Like, it was for that person's growth as well as your own growth, divine feminines. So, you know, your confidence is destroyed and you're feeling overwhelmed with this whole thing. So maybe the relationship is overwhelming some of you because you just feel like, you know, I don't have confidence in this. I know that this is a thing. You know, the twin flame journey can be very much so daunting because you don't, sometimes it's hard to understand if you're, especially if you're not very spiritual at this moment and very divine at this moment. Thinking about a person, dreaming about them, and having telepathy and all these things with them can be very daunting and jarring because you're just probably like, what the hell is going on? Why am I thinking about this person so much? I really don't want to. You know what I'm saying? Like, because, you know, if it's almost like if I can't have them, why am I obsessing, or why does it feel like I'm obsessing over this relationship? So that's why you probably could be overwhelmed, but I'm going to go ahead and clarify it because that's what I'm getting intuitively, but spirit is going to tell us what's going on because, you know, even though I'm probably right, I separate myself from this so spirit can give us the correct, like the reassurance and the confirmation that we need so that you can know that it's coming from source and not from just from me, you know, so that I'm not being biased. Because I'm also a twin flame. So yeah, spirit, clarify the Seven of Wands. Why are the divine feminines feeling like they want to give up? Why is their confidence destroyed? It's pretty obvious, but we're just going to ask anyways. What has got the divine feminines feeling overwhelmed, spirit? Why do the divine feminines feel overwhelmed? What is this? Why do they feel overwhelmed? Why do they feel overwhelmed, spirit? Clear, concise messages, spirit. I'm seeing this same bird that just keeps flying in circles. It looks like it's trying to get my attention. It's funny. It's a seagull. Maybe I should look up a seagull. Okay. I swear, spirit stays pump faking on me. Like, don't do me like that, spirit. Okay, spirit has nothing coming out, so I think I'm pretty much so right about that. It's pretty self-explanatory if you think about it. It's not even just intuitive. It's just like common sense. If you try to put in energy and work towards a relationship and another person wasn't doing the same, it'll destroy people. You know, it could destroy your confidence and make you feel overwhelmed. And I think the charity and the generosity that you all may be feeling is probably due to the fact that you're like, okay, I feel literally ready to pour into this union, into this partnership, but it's overwhelming because it's like, you know, does this person feel the same? You know, are they willing to do, are they ready to do the same? So maybe you're just feeling overwhelmed and like you want to give up, but you know, you can't because it's a twin flame partnership. You can, but you know, because realistically, let's just be real. Let's just take a couple seconds to be real. If you do not come into contact or into union with your twin flame, your life is not over. You'll be fine. You'll be just as successful. Your life will be just as full, and you'll have someone else. There's plenty of people that you can definitely fall in love with and have a life with. Your twin flame is just someone who you can be a power couple with, and it's just like being with your perfect half, you know, soul half, and you're just meant to do amazing things in this life. But if it doesn't happen for any reason, your life is not over. You'll still do amazing things. You'll just have to commit to it. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to say that. Any more messages, spirit, for the divine feminine? Oh, wow. So I'm just gonna take this this Eight of Pentacles that came out in the reverse because it fell out by itself before all the stack came out, and I'm going to read that before I pull anything else because we got a couple more minutes here. So the Eight of Pentacles in reverse is about a lack of passion, uninspired motivation. So you know what, divine feminines, I feel you. You know, you have a lack of passion toward this relationship because it's like, it's almost like you know, how can I be so passionate and so ready for a partnership when someone is literally, maybe I feel like whoever this is for, you may have not had any contact with your twin flame. You may not know who they are. You may have know who they are even, but you don't have any type of contact. If you have, it's probably very minimal, because that's the only reason a person can feel like they have lack of passion and they're uninspired, you know? No motivation. It's like, how can I be ready for this job if, you know, or this task if my team isn't ready, you know? That's kind of how I feel towards my union. It's like, you know, if I'm being a little personal for a second and relatable, it's like, you know, how can I be passionate? How can I be ready? How could I be motivated and inspired to get into this partnership if the other person is not working towards it? So why is this here, Spirit? Please confirm this card for us. Why is the Eight of Pentacles here? Okay, so Ten of Swords, Ten of Wands. So there's lots of passion in this whole reading. Like the Divine Feminine, you guys are feeling very much so grounded. You're feeling very grounded, but you're also feeling very passionate, and you're in your head quite a lot. So it's like in your head and passionate all at the same time. You know, and that's, you know, it's like all this energy and no direction to direct it. So I understand, Divine Feminines. I understand that frustration. So yes, yeah, the Eight of Pentacles is here in reverse, that lack of passion and motivation and all that, because you know, there was a failure. There was a defeat and a collapse. You know, that effort that you put in before, it failed, you know. Nothing came out of it. You literally poured yourself into something and you got nothing in return. But think of it like this. Whatever happened after that, just think of how it made you feel and how you got over that feeling. Even if you're still getting over it, what did you learn? Try to look at what you learned. You know what I'm saying? Because that's something you got. It's not a complete failure. So if you're feeling depressed, if you're feeling down about it, it's not a complete failure. You had to learn something, because, you know, twin flame journeys, they teach us things that are definitely super important for our life journeys. We came into this life with these contracts, so to speak, that we agreed to before we incarnated into these bodies, because we had things we had to learn that are left over from past lives. So whatever happened between you, it's because you weren't ready just yet. I just felt the need to say that. But the Ace of Wands lets us know that there's creation, willpower, inspiration, and desire here. There's definitely lots of passion. It's like, I feel like Spirit is wanting me to tell you all not to give up on this. Yes, it did not go through the first time, but you cannot allow that to cause you to quit. If it's something that you really want, sometimes you have to go for it more than one time. And you all can relate to that. If it's a job, a field, a profession, a person, whatever you may go towards in life, you got to be diligent. Sometimes you have to try more than once. What did Aaliyah say? You know, pick yourself up and try again. It just doesn't apply to masculines. It applies to feminines as well. It applies to both, you know, both energies, you know. You have to try again. So, you know, the creation is like crazy. Spirit is saying there's so much potential here. So any more messages to leave off on, Spirit, before we end this reading? Spirit, anything else? Anything else? Even though it was a defeat, you're telling the Divine Feminines not to give up. There's still work that has to be done on this union. No relationship is perfect. It's not perfect right off the bat. Sometimes it takes time. You got to work on it. Especially when you're going to marry this person, you're going to be with this person, you know, until, you know, eternity. It takes work. You just don't come together and it's perfect. That's why we're incarnated in human bodies, to learn. You know, being a human, being on earth, it's school, literally. So anything else, Spirit? Anything else? Anything? Clear and concise, Spirit, for the Divine Feminines. Wow, this is so messy. I've been shuffling really crazy. Feeling super serious, super deep and emotional in you guys' reading. So you guys are feeling very emotional. I appreciate that triggering. I'm tapping into you guys' emotions because I want to feel my emotions too. You know, my flame isn't, you know. Wow. Death card. So that's so interesting to me because it feels like Spirit just wants the divine feminines to further, like, just let go, let it die, let any, like, your urges to, like, seek out this person or seek out this partnership, whatever happened before, just let it die. Let it die. You know, when you're growing new crops, a lot of farmers will, like, burn, you know, the old grass and the old soil away so that they can replant, so that they can, like, make the like, when I do a reading and, like, I need to clear the space to start a new reading, it's like you got to clear it away so that it can start fresh. So Spirit just wants you to definitely go into that transformation. I saw that 1313 earlier. So Spirit, I think, really wants the divine feminine to just continue transforming into this new version of themselves so that they can come into union with the new version of their masculine. You know, you aren't always perfect. You probably thought you were ready when you came to this divine masculine with all of this energy and all of this love that you were ready to give, but you probably weren't ready. You know, if you were ready and that person was ready, it would have happened, but it didn't. So you guys both weren't ready and you had to become new. You had to die and be reborn. So did they. You know, you both of you all had to become new versions of yourself. You know, think about it. If you came together and it was wrong, some twin flames have such a horrible, like, union when they come together, and it may leave such a bad taste in their mouth. They don't even want to come into union anymore because they're both so in their journey and learning their lessons. So if it's time to come into union, just let it happen. Let that transformation happen. Anything else, Spirit, for the divine feminines before we end this video? Anything else? Whoa, okay. Gonna let these be our last two cards. It makes me so sad when I see the sun in reverse, y'all. It makes me so sad, especially to leave off like that. But maybe this next card will tell us why it's in reverse. Or maybe we'll have to pull another card. Who knows? As long as we don't exceed 35 minutes, we're good. So negativity, depression, sadness. It looks like divine feminines, you guys are really depressed because of this, guys. You got to let it go. If you want this union, if you want this beautiful love and this new life with this person, you got to let it go. If you stay in that energy dwelling on what happened before, it's going to slow up the process even more. And, you know, if that needs to happen, then, you know, that's fine. But, you know, staying depressed and lingering on it, it won't do any good. And in the personal, and for my clients and personal readings, and for myself and all the readings I do, there's a lot of people who need to do some forgiving. So maybe you need to do some forgiving, and I'll drop a meditation that I always suggest for people who need to forgive if you're having a hard time doing so. But anyways, after that, we got the Knight of Wands in the upright. So action, adventure, fearless. Even though you're feeling negative and depressed and sad, you still feel like you have all this passion inside of you to take action and go on that new adventure and fearlessly. So I feel like that's the spirit in you. That's God. That's the God in you saying, you know what? Like, and I just saw 33 minutes and 3 seconds. So yeah, that's a seed of creativity. I feel like the spirit and the God within you is trying to plant a seed of creativity, something new, something adventurous and fearless and action oriented, so that it can help you come out of this negativity, depression, and sadness. And that passion could be towards yourself, your career, whatever pulls you out of this funk. Because for sure, you definitely don't need to live your life solely for a romantic partnership. You have to think about yourself. You know, you cannot let something going on between you and another person just like shut your whole life down. So let's see if Spirit can leave us off with any other good information. Any other messages, advice, Spirit, for the divine feminines? Any energy, future energies that they'll be coming into that they can look forward to, Spirit? Clear and concise for the divine feminines. Okay, all right, shit. All right, so it's 3. Okay, after these 3 guys, we're ending it because this is gonna take some time, I'm sure, and it's definitely gonna exceed 35 minutes. Yeah, so it's the two of Pentacles. So change. That's a great sign. So because of that seed of passion and fire that Spirit is trying to plant within the divine feminines as well as the masculines. So that's a good note. You know, you'll be balancing your decisions. You'll be, you know, adapting to the changes and you know, getting your priorities straight. So like I was saying, yeah, you got to focus on your priorities. You know, you can't let something that happened between you and another person just shut your whole life down and cause you to be depressed. There's so many other it's so much other shit to worry about, you know. You can't let that depress you. You gotta move, you gotta keep going, you gotta adapt to changes. Everything doesn't go how we think that it's gonna go. So yeah, it looks like you guys are gonna come into you know, a more adaptive energy, you know, just like releasing yourself. You gotta really surrender in this twin flame journey. You have to surrender. You have to surrender. I'm going to say it as many times as needed. You have to surrender. You cannot control it. The divine masculine cannot control it. And the sooner you learn that, honey, the sooner you're going to be in union. You're going to be happy. Even before union, you're going to be happy and secure and whole within yourself, because you're going to realize, you know, I can't control this. I just have to let it do what it do. I got to go with the flow if I want what I want. If I want that happiness and that wholeness. And then you got the Eight of Swords in reverse. So that's about self-acceptance, new perspective, and freedom. Yes, I love this, Spirit. Thank you. You'll be balancing your priorities and adapting to change that's going to allow you to accept yourself and have this new perspective towards life, towards this relationship. And you're going to feel free. You're going to feel free from any type of like, you know, any feelings of needing to do something a certain way. You just won't feel like, you know, you have to do things in a certain way. It has to go perfectly. You know, you'll be free from that. That's such a beautiful card to get. Wow, that's so awesome. Last but not least, you're going to recover. That charity, that improvement, you're going to recover from this because you're going to accept yourself and see things with new eyes. You're going to be free. You're going to have all your priorities in check, honey. You're going to come back into your high priestess, you know, energy. That's that energy of just supreme femininity. You're going to have your priorities straight. You're going to be ready and flexible to adapt to changes. You're going to be balanced. You're going to accept yourself, this new perspective. You're going to be free. You're going to recover. And you're going to be charitable, not just towards others and things outside of yourself. You're going to be charitable to yourself. You're going to want to give to yourself and nurture yourself and further ground yourself. You're going to be a brand new version of yourself. Hence this Five of Disc or this Five of Pentacles in reverse and this Death card. Oh yeah, not only are you going to be reborn, you're going to be brand new. You know, a brand new version of your older self. So snaps and claps, honey. Oh, my babies. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you, and I'm so excited for us all. So, you know, if you have any, you know, anything that let's talk about it. What's going on in y'all twin flame journeys? I would love to know. You know, or just coming into union, even if it isn't twin flame, if you're just coming into union with a person that Spirit has sent just for you. It's not just twin flame, it's spiritual relationships, spiritual partnerships, someone who understands your spirituality and is the same way or a similar way, and you don't have to hide that part of yourself. Please let me know in the comments. I love you so much. See you in the next one, guys. Peace. Love you.